All right, welcome in. And let me just make sure that we are doing this thing on Facebook here. I want to make sure that everybody is tuned in and up to date and all that kind of great stuff. Still trying to figure out my system here, but we've got this thing under control, I am sure. So let me just make sure that we are good to go. And it looks like we are. So happy Sunday. You guys know I come to you every Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. And I'm so excited to be doing this brand new show. This is only the second episode that we're actually doing this. And so it just makes me extremely excited to be able to come to you like this. Through Transcend, which is basically the brand that I'm building at this point, Transcend, and this is Transcend Sunday with Dr. Earl B. Hall. And one of the things that I firmly realize in the things that I'm doing at this point is that everyone has a higher calling on their life. Everyone has something that they're meant to do, something that they were created for. And I know so many times many people don't really firmly believe that they have a purpose in their life, especially when they look at the outcome that they're getting from the life that they're living. And it's sad in so many cases because we all have divinity within us. We all have that higher power within us that is there to lead and guide us. But in society, the society that we live in, it's so much based on a whole bunch of hard work. The systems that are set up from, whether it's education and, that don't get me started on the whole education and the college system, which just seems to be putting people in tremendous debt. And how many people do we know that go to college, they get a degree and do nothing with that degree? And it's like you just wasted a couple $100,000, in many cases on pursuing a life or pursuing a career or vocation that you really are not meant for. I talk about this a lot in my new book. It's coming out October 3rd, which will be my 50th birthday. And it's called Transcend. And actually you can look that up on, we're doing pre-sales right now for the Kindle version of that book. And I talk about how is it that we're supposed to, from basically about the age of 13, 14, 15, somewhere around in there, make a decision for the rest of our lives on what it is that we're going to do. And by gosh, don't turn 16, 17, 18 and try and have to go into the education system for college or university and pick a major. And then after you graduate, or even along the lines of the timeline of you going through getting this education, figuring out or realizing, I really don't like accounting. I really don't like, it's like, and you go through these different things. And I think that there's a paradigm shift that's going on right now in our lives. There's a spiritual awakening that's going on. And a lot of times when you start talking about your dreams and the plans that you have, especially at, in your early 20s or so, and people look at you like you're crazy and they kill your dream. They kill it. And you go the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years doing things just to really fit into society, just to really fit into what people are, quote unquote, expecting of you to do. And the thing now that I'm approaching my 50th birthday that I'm so focused in on is that a lot of the things that we've been told, a lot of the things that we've been taught, a lot of the things that we've been conditioned to believe don't matter. When you understand divinity and when you understand the laws of the universe and love, and that you have the ability, not the ability, that word, you have the ability to tap into this. It's not that. It's a part of you that you're ignoring. It's not something that has to be tapped into. It's simply something that has to be remembered. That this is who you are. You are divine. No ifs, ands, or buts. You are divine. And when you think about how hard we struggle for things, and we do it bass backwards so many times, and I've realized this over my time here, is that we push and we struggle, we push and we struggle, we push and we struggle to accomplish things that we want to have occur, and don't realize that these things that we want to have occur, they're already in our possession. And we keep pushing it away from us and making it harder to attain because we're trying to do it with an old mindset. Here's what I mean. And one of the main things that I teach through what I'm doing with Transcend, and by the way, you can visit my website. It's drearlbhall.com, drearlbhall.com. And ironically enough, one of the things, I've been in my office this morning since about 5:30, and I've been working on this new meditation that I'm putting together that I really believe sums it up. It's probably one of the best pieces of work that I'm in the middle of doing. And the premise of this is to get you and everyone to realize that the creation part of what we do is not in the hard work. Sure, there needs to be some preparation. Sure, there's things, knowledge you need to gain and stuff like that for whatever it is that you want to do. But the work that needs to be done is not out there, it's in here. And when you understand that you are divine and that you have this innate ability to manifest and to create like the divine being that you are, you can chalk it up to faith, belief, whatever it is that you want. But when you tap into that divinity that is yours by birthright, and you understand how to, I want to use the right word here. When you understand that this is not separate from you, and when you go in, and I do this through meditation, some people may do this through yoga or different body work or things of that nature. I love meditation because that is how I connect with the divinity that is within me, is through my meditations. You can call it prayer, whatever it is that you want to call that. And when you're able to access that source, the ultimate field of manifestation, that ultimate relationship with the divine, and know that the things that you meditate on, it's as simple as transforming thought into feeling, into reality. And the meditation that I'm putting together right now, to me, it's extremely interesting because it's been beneficial to me, is that when you have a very clear picture, when you have a very clear picture of what it is that you want, I'm not talking about I want to be abundant or I want to have a relationship or no. I'm talking about you have a very clear picture of what it is that you desire. And you can literally watch that movie on a screen, if I can use that terminology. And you can put yourself in that movie and live that life, or live that episode or event. You can pull that event from your thoughts and your feelings into reality. And it's like, it's just the law of the universe. It's how this universe is made up. There is no such thing as physical. It's an illusion. The physical world that we live in is simply an illusion, because we live in a world and we are vibrational beings. And when you turn in those thoughts and feelings, when you understand that you're a vibrational being, and you understand the quantum mechanics and the quantum physics behind how this universe was created and how we are created, you understand that you are made to create. There is no separation between you, me, or anything else. We're all made of the same exact stuff as the stars. There's no difference. And that vibration that we have is the vibration that draws into reality the thing that we live. Because the actual situation and the life that you live right now, you have created it whether you realized you could or not. The exact state that you're in right now, you've created this. However old or young you are, you've created it to this point. And when you understand that, we can talk about, you know, subatomic material and things of that nature and how it's 99.9999% energy and only 0.00001% matter. That means that's what you're made up of. And so if you look at that 99.99999% of the energy that you are, and you're just a very small percentage of physical. And we pay so little attention to that biggest part of us, which is that energy part, which is that spirit part, that part of us that never ever dies. And when you think about thought creates things, and it's proven already. I mean, even scientists, when they want to look at subatomic material, they've discovered that wherever they look, that's where it appears. It's everywhere at all time, but exactly where they look is where it appears, because it takes attention. It takes focus and it takes awareness. It does not, that subatomic material that we're made of does not even appear until an observer observes it. We bring it into reality. This is how minute this goes, but it also shows you the power of what it is that you have the ability to do. Where is your awareness? Where are your thoughts? What are you focusing on? Are you always stressed out? Are you always complaining? Are you always in a bad situation? It happens with thought. And we bring these things into reality. A good day or a bad day, if you want to be that general about it, a good day or a bad day starts with your thought. More importantly, it happens with that emotional content around the thought. Because if the thought kind of brings it in, the emotion behind it makes it materialize, makes it manifest. I'm going to be talking about a lot of these things in upcoming episodes. I'm going to be talking about these things, obviously, in my book that's coming out October 3rd, which is called Transcend. And when we can elevate our minds to realize that we literally have the power to create whatever it is that we want. I coach people, and especially business owners, and I talk about the things that they're dealing with and going through in order to try and create the business that they want to have. And so many people are looking for another program, another course, another coach. They're looking for all of these things to try and make something occur. Now, you might need all of that information. But if that information isn't getting you to where you want to be, something else is wrong. And then when you add on to that, if you've got all of these other people using that very same information, but they're being successful, but you're not, you're the defining factor in that. It's not about more effort. It's about you creating it from the inside out instead of thinking you have to create it from the outside. And what happens so many times is, like, people have this thing, well, I'll be happy when this materializes, or I'll be happy when I'm able to manifest this in my life. That's just backwards. You have to be happy now before it happens. You have to know that it's already happened, and you have to know there's nothing you need to do to earn it. I'll close with this, and you'll hear me reference the scripture a lot. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So if faith is already the substance, it means it's already here. It's the substance. It's the evidence of things not seen. It means the evidence is there already. It's already there. And your faith, which only takes the size of a mustard seed, if we're not materializing the things that we want and desire in our lives, how much faith do we actually have? That's the thing. If we're not creating the things that we want, how much faith do we actually have? I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you haven't left me a comment in Facebook, let me know you're here. I appreciate you tuning in. I see Tom, I see Mary Ellen. Thank you so much for being here with me today. These Sunday episodes that I bring, Transcend Sunday with Dr. Earl B. Hall, really are becoming a big part of what it is that I'm meant to do and meant to be. And I want all of you to know that there is something that you're meant to be. And what you have to do is step into it. Make sure you do visit the website, www.drearlbhall.com. And I'll see you guys next week. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about what it is that I'm doing. But more importantly, I'd like to know the things that you're trying to manifest in your own life. I'll see you guys next time. And I love you. You be blessed. Bye now.